Good morning and thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a different video than I'm used to doing because I don't usually combine software with other software because I just use Paint because it's free. But I've over the past year, I'm not exactly sure when, I got a cutting machine, and with that cutting machine comes software and all that stuff. And um, this is to me, sure cuts a lot, is the um, SewArt of the vinyl and stencil world, or whatever you use your cutting machine for. So whenever I bought this, I didn't realize that you can use SVGs in SewArt. So what we're going to do is we're going to create just something basic with the shapes they already have. They have tons of shapes. Okay, so, and that's just basic shapes, like it says. They have arrows, all of this stuff, easy to cut and easy to embroider for the most part, okay? Now, if you choose something like this, lettering or anything like that, SewArt's not going to do a very good job for it unless it's a big, giant stitch out. If you try to use a satin stitch on lettering, it's not going to work because all of the different sizes of the line it has to follow, it doesn't give us that option in SewArt yet. The program is always evolving, but we don't have that option yet. So you can't really digitize something like this if you have a 4x4. It's just going to chop it up and make it look terrible. But you can always try, okay? Don't let my word be the last word. So same with something like this. Now these are fat, and you can use a fill stitch on these because they're so fat, but the smaller that you make it, the more choppier it is, okay? So remember that. You can use a fill stitch in SewArt to make lettering, but try to do it with big stuff more, okay? And don't be disappointed whenever it chops up the small stuff or feel like you did something wrong. It's just too small, okay? No biggie deal. All right, let's get all this stuff off of there. Get out of there. Okay, so like I said, there's tons of different stuff. So we're just gonna take, let's see, let's do something for spring. Let's do a cute butterfly. Okay, so let's grab this side. And I don't know very much about this program at all. So unfortunately, first time I'm going to say don't ask me any questions because I'm not going to be a big help. I just wanted to introduce the program to you guys so you could see how easy it is. Okay, so see right here I have the butterfly, all right? So over here it tells, I get choices, so many different choices over here, things that I can do with this image. Okay, I don't know if you have to have it selected or not. Okay, so you can have it cut, you can have it draw, you can have it print and cut, you can have it print, cut, and print. So I don't know what all that stuff does, but play around with everything. That's what I intend to do this year to get to know it. There's also tons of teachers on YouTube already that teach this. It's under SCAL, SCAL, sure cuts a lot, is how most people put it whenever they're teaching it. All right, so I don't want to do anything with it other than maybe, oh, yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. So other than that, so let's go ahead and export this. You don't save as in this. You'll save project as, and it'll keep it as a sure cuts a lot kind of document. But if you want to save it to use it, you want to choose export. And then I'm going to export it to the desktop and just put butterfly and hope I don't already have one. Excuse me. Save and click OK. And then open SewArt. Mine's already open. And then choose the open folder. Go to our desktop and butterfly. It'll say SVG document. choose it, click open. Okay, and there we go. It should be 3 colors because I did not realize I had the black around it. Like I said, I don't know the program very well yet, so it should say 3 colors. So if you did this in Paint, you know, even just a simple butterfly that you did yourself, it would still come into SewArt. If you saved it as a JPG or anything else, it would still come into SewArt with tons of other colors. If you use SVGs, it comes in with the colors that they're created with. So you don't have to do all that monkeying around. And I'm so happy about that. Okay, so besides this, let's go back into Surecuts a lot. Okay, so besides getting to do SVGs, this is also something really cool that this program does. Now, this is something you're really going to want to play around with, and you're going to want to choose different images and do different things with it. Okay, so let's see. Let's take. I did these with the program, so let's see. If we grab this guy, we can click open. Okay, and this is what it would cut or save as. Okay, so sorry, I'm all over the place with my cursor. So this is what it would show up as. Okay, but you can come over here. You can change if you want it to be different layers, color layers, or monochrome. I'm just going to choose single layer, and I can slide this around and choose update preview. It's not showing me anything. Okay, or I can go all the way to the end and it's still not showing anything. I wonder why. Why is this not picking it up? Maybe the single color is throwing it off. Monochrome, maybe? So like I said, I don't know this program very well, so play around with it. But I do know that you can take a picture like that and turn it into a simple silhouette, which SewArt does silhouettes awesome. The best thing to use SewArt for is for easy, simple 1 and 2 color images. You can just really have a lot of fun with that. So right there is our image, and we'll choose OK. And then we can make it bigger. We can leave it alone. We can turn it. We can do all that other stuff. You can add text to it, all those things. Check all this stuff out. Okay. There's so much stuff over here on the left-hand side, all these things. And importing SVGs is the same as open file and other things. They have a store. You can set your cutting machine if you have a cutting machine. So this also works with your SVGs or your applique files. If you have SVGs, you can turn them into applique files in SewArt. So I'll show you how to do that really quick. So this is my SVG. I'm going to choose File, Export. I'm going to save it as sword. Choose Save. I don't know what any of this stuff means. I think that has to do with Cricut, but I don't know what well, selection only, that's pretty obvious. Resolution, I've never had to change, but I think you can change it. There's all kinds of different stuff. Just really can play around. Okay, so now that that's saved, let's open a new one. Choose Open. Now we're back in SewArt. And I'm going to choose Sword SVG right here. Okay, I'm going to choose Open. And it's really big. And it's nice. And it should only be 2 colors. See? Oh my gosh, it's so nice. All right, and then you go over here to Stitch Image, and you're going to want to choose Applique Border. If you choose Applique Centerline, it's going to try to go down the middle. It needs to border the outside of the sword. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So we're going to choose Applique Border. We're going to choose Satin. We're going to choose 20. Oh, why didn't that do it? 20. My numbers lock wasn't on. And 2. Okay. And we're going to click on the flattest spot we can find so that it can join itself at the end. And you can zoom in and see that it's kind of pixelated everywhere else, but right here looks pretty perfect. Okay. All right, so even though it only says 1, you have the 3 steps there whenever you choose the applique. Oh, why did it do 3? I don't want 3, I want 2. So let's clear stitches, start again. Might have accidentally pushed that. All right, so you want your satin stitch to be tinier in length, but bigger in height, okay? All right, so from there, you're gonna go File, Save As. It's gonna give you the option to save this as an image file. You don't need to do that, but if you want to, do it. I'm gonna choose Cancel. It's gonna pop up the embroidery file option. We are going to save it as Sword PES and on the desktop, like everything else. Choose OK. All right, so now whenever you open it in SewWhatPro to merge it with another design, or whenever you go to sew it at your machine, it's going to give you the option. You're going to lay down your, you're going to put your stabilizer down, you put your hoop on with the stabilizer in the machine, and then you're going to, it's going to give you your die line to show you where to put your fabric. You're going to take your fabric and lay it down. Then it's going to do a tack down. And with the satin stitch, it's a zigzag. Okay, that's your zigzag. And then whenever the zigzag is done, you're going to cut around that zigzag. Just try not to cut the threads. And then you're going to push the next step, which will be the satin stitch at the end. Okay, so I hope that that helps. If you've been looking for software to do both, or software to do better images, or get your images ready for SewArt, Sure Cuts a Lot is $59.99 at createandcraft.com right now, I think, or Craft Edge. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. It's craftedge.com. Actually, I'll take you there because I can. All right, guys. So here's craftedge.com, and this is where I purchased Sure Cuts a Lot. They have all kinds of different programs. So whatever you have, check it out. If you don't have any of these things, the one that I used was this one, this middle button right here. It's $59.99. And they have downloads, they have products, they have tutorials, tons of support. This place is great. Okay, so right here, here's Sure Cuts a Lot for the only limit is your imagination. I like that. So you would go to buy now. I don't know what it's going to look like. Okay. Yeah, so it's still on sale for $59.99. If you're a professional, your sale price is $199 for the pro version of it. So yeah, it looks like you can buy cutters on here and everything. And if you're interested, I have a Brothers scanning cut that I bought because it has so many amazing options, but mostly because of the scanner option. And also on some models, you can load your PES to the machine, and so that it can cut out your applique fabric, which is really why I bought the crafting machine. So, the scan and cut machine was so that I can do it for applique, which I will get more into this year. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and let me know if you have any questions. Go ahead and ask. I guess I can try to figure it out along with you. But your best guess is to go to YouTube and find good teachers, and or just Google, or come to these guys. These guys should be able to help you too. Alrighty, thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.